We get mail every other day, and lately it's been 3-4 days that we're not getting mail.
Well, it's been a big story. We've been talking about it. The mail delivery woes that have been plaguing the mountain towns of Colorado so much that lawmakers are now getting involved. A lawsuit is being considered as well.
But it's not just a mountain issue. The problems in Summit County and other mountain towns were just the first to come to light. Mail customers in several areas of the Denver metro area are having trouble too, facing their own delays. Here's 9 News reporter Courtney Yoon.
For the last couple of months, it's been sporadic.
Lately, a West Aurora neighbor hasn't been seeing the mailman as often as he'd like.
I do my mailman a favor. I leave him candy when he does come. This candy's been in there since Monday.
Kenneth Hansen has been waiting on some letters to arrive, but besides candy, his postbox has remained empty for the last 4 days.
2 weeks ago, my wife passed away, and I've been expecting some legal documents in the mail, and they haven't come yet.
So yesterday he headed over to the post office to try and pick up his mail. After waiting a half hour, Hansen says he was told by a supervisor they just don't have the manpower.
She couldn't find out where my address was in the back, so I just left. There were 3 people behind me that had the same problem, and they were from different areas of town.
When the mail does come, Hansen says it's usually after dark, sometimes as late as 9 p.m.
Dangerous to him. It's also dangerous to our community that mail is in the mailboxes and nobody knows it's there until the next day.
He's not the only one dealing with delays. There's been multiple reports across the Denver metro. USPS has also apologized to customers in Steamboat Springs and Silverthorne that haven't received mail for weeks. Recently, 4 mail carriers from Colorado Springs were relocated to Buena Vista to help out there.
I hope that they can solve their issues quickly and get their staffing up, and let's get back to normal.
USPS blames the national labor shortage for the delays. This week it held job fairs looking to fill hundreds of positions across the state, half of them along the Front Range. Hansen says he wishes he could help out.
I'd love to. I'm pushing 80 years old and I'd love to work, but I don't have that energy to do it anymore.
USPS says if they are unable to deliver to a particular neighborhood due to short staffing, they try to make deliveries a priority for the next day. USPS says it's also documenting concerns from customers. We'll put some information on 9news.com on how to submit a comment, as well as details on how to apply to one of those 600 open positions.
For years, we've been talking about the difficulty, the problems that the U.S. Postal Service faces. I mean, are these good jobs? Do you think these are jobs people would want?
So they're actually having trouble recruiting people in the high country. The salary for that, or the hourly wage, is about $24.42 is about the most you can make. And so that's why they're trying to get employee housing up in Summit County right now, to try to incentivize people to be able to work there and to be able to afford it too.
We'll keep following it. All right, thanks, Courtney. The large water pipe that made this mess on Eudora and 9th Avenue near Rose Medical Center yesterday has now been fixed. Well, that's the good news, but the large hole that the flowing water created, well, that has to be repaired and restored. Denver Water says that's going to take until next week, but they didn't give a specific date, so drivers will need to continue to avoid that area until further notice.
A teen in Boulder admits she hit and killed 2 people while driving drunk, yet the judge did not give her the full sentence today. Instead, she got 9 months of work release and 3 years of probation. Family of the victims say their lives will never be the same. 9 News crime and justice reporter Matt Javlo has been in the courtroom for a lengthy hearing, emotional one as well, and he joins us now. Matt.
Kim, the father of one of the victims, said his heart was cut open the day his son died. The mother of the same victim spoke for almost an hour, more than an hour actually, in court today, describing her almost unendurable pain. It was April 9th of last year. A 17-year-old girl left a post-prom party to get more alcohol. She was driving drunk the wrong way on Foothills Parkway when she crashed head-on into another car, killing the 2 people inside that car. A 33-year-old Lyft driver named Ori Siani and his passenger, 49-year-old Gloria Ramirez. The 17-year-old pleaded guilty recently to all the charges against her, including the top count of vehicular homicide. Prosecutors asked for the maximum sentence, 6 months of jail time and 4 years probation. But the judge modified the deal and sentenced the 17-year-old only to 9 months of work release and 3 years probation. Afterwards, through an interpreter, Gloria Ramirez's son said he was deeply disappointed with the sentence.
Pues me siento muy dolido porque Very hurt
no era lo que nosotros esperábamos.
because it's not what we were expecting.
Yo pienso que hubo mucho, porque ella es americana, entonces
I think because she was American.
si lo hubiera hecho un hispano, pienso que le hubieran dado mucho.
If it would have been
mucho más
Hispanic,
tiempo.
it probably would have been more time.
I don't think someone should look at this sentence and say, now I'm free to drink and drive. They should look at this case and say, as a human being, I owe others some obligation to behave better than the young woman did here and to make better choices than the young woman did here.
Before she was sentenced, the 17-year-old made a brief but tearful statement, apologizing to everyone involved for all the pain she caused, then saying she did not expect to be forgiven and that she would never forgive herself. Kim?
Okay, that's a lot to process. Thank you, Matt. One person has died after a hit-and-run crash in Denver last night. It happened a little after 9 near 11th and Spear. Denver police say the driver initially drove off but returned to the scene and was arrested. The person now faces a careless driving charge.
A lucky break for law enforcement. That's allowed thousands upon thousands of suspected fentanyl pills to be in safe hands tonight. The Western Colorado Drug Task Force found an abandoned suitcase on a passenger bus in Mesa County yesterday afternoon. Inside were these, approximately 100,000 pills. Authorities estimate the stash to be worth anywhere from $500,000 to $1 million. So far, no one's been arrested.
An iPhone and watch feature that is supposed to help in an emergency is doing the opposite in Summit County. Dispatchers are spending valuable time and resources looking into false alarms. In many cases, it's skiers just enjoying their day. 9 News reporter Katie Eastman explains.
Good intentions sometimes have bad outcomes. Take the Apple automatic crash notification on the latest iPhones and Apple Watches. It's meant to call 911 when the owner of the device gets hurt and can't call themselves.
And it's an automated voice that says the owner of this device has taken a hard fall or taken a hard crash.
But the problem is, many people skiing on Colorado slopes have no idea their phones are sending these alerts.
My overall emotion, I would say frustrated.
And Trina Doomer, the interim director of Summit County 911, has to respond to them.
They're like, I'm skiing, I'm so sorry, and they're living their best life, and I'm happy for them, but I don't think people quite understand how frustrating it can be for their local dispatcher.
In November, Summit County Dispatch got 111 automatic crash notifications. In December, they received 338. And in January, it was up to 524.
It's a significant percentage of our calls right now. And unfortunately, it's kind of desensitizing us a little bit because we're picking up so many of these throughout the day. We're just kind of under an assumption anymore that the 911 is an automated crash notification.
Doomer isn't advocating to disable these alerts. She just wants the owners of these Apple devices to be aware and responsible.
I can see the benefits of this feature. If people want to use it, that's wonderful. Just please understand how it works on your phone.
Doomer has been in touch with Apple and told us that a representative from the company actually came to her dispatch center to watch what was happening. So they are aware and are looking into this.
It's a mess on all the way around. Do you understand why it's an important feature? But so maybe if you're skiing, you turn it off?
Maybe it comes enabled on your phone, but some people might think, well, if they do actually crash and it's serious, they would want this on there.
Right.
But a lot of people just don't know that it is notifying 911. So there's also a feature where within 10 seconds you can turn it off. So Doomer wants people to be aware that you can actually turn this off.
Oh, that'd be good. So they don't have to go out on a false alarm.
Yeah.
Okay, learn what your phone does and your watch. Okay, thanks, Katie.
On a warm day today and a rescue this afternoon, reminding people that ice that seems frozen enough to walk on may not be.
Finally, the snow that's been lingering for weeks is melting, but will it end up making a dent in the severe drought? Corey Rupenhagen takes a look.